We've been covering light and talking about how light affects plants, both in terms of absolute growth with photosynthesis, but also a little bit about how both light in shade areas can impact how the morphology or the shape of the plant is. Here are two of those same sages that we showed earlier. And overall, this one, I hope you can tell, looks smaller, but it has a lot of really nice branching, kind of thick, overall healthy look, despite being shorter. Whereas this one has much more of a stretched out morphology, and that's one that's been taken out of non-spaced grouping. So again, here are the non-spaced. They're getting really tall in the middle, and you get a plant that looks a little more like that. Over here, where they have been spaced, I'm going to kind of go backwards a little bit. Over here, we have them spaced out, and they look a little shorter overall, but the big thing that's important to me is they overall have a much more compact, I think, useful overall shape. So you have more branching, you have somewhat compact stem, and not as stretched out. This does happen within even a spaced out flat, especially right in the middle. So here's an example of one that's really showing the fact that it was being shaded by its neighbors. We can see that in some of the geraniums as well. So I've been kind of doing that spacing as much as I can on the geraniums. Today I finished the spacing. So overall you can see I did leave one of them at tight spacing. So again, this is a flat of one of our seed-started geraniums. It happens to be Maverick Apple Blossom. And you can kind of tell they're a little taller than the ones that have been spaced out. It's a different variety here. But again, really kind of stocky, thick stems, good branching. And over here, once we space them, you can really see that they were so tight that you get a bit of that yellow underneath because the sun wasn't getting down into the canopy. And you also get this stretch. This is not just related to how much light is being received, but also which red to far red ratio the leaves are receiving. So you will see some change in overall stretching that's not related to light intensity as much as it is related to light quality. So again, here are two more that I pulled out. This happens to be Maverick Red, both of them. Okay, so you can kind of tell the one that was spaced over here, good branching, fairly tight, nice overall appearance. Here's the one that hadn't been, and you'll see the stretch, so it's taller. It's trying to reach out with the leaves and get up into the light. So again, it's really important to think about spacing on most plants, and remember that it's not just light intensity that impacts spacing, but also light quality.